A wide load. The crew has 20 kilometers of maneuvering. They have one job only. Move the monstrous metallic pipe through this narrow road while ensuring the safety of other road users, including other trucks.
This is Mahi Mahiu, a place whose name means hot water in the local Kikuyu language. But it is also the tail end of the Mahi Mahiu escarpment, a place of beauty and history, but can also be deadly to motorists.
I am 1,747 meters above sea level, and it is quite magnificent. This is a place of many landscapes shaped by volcanic activity in the Rift Valley thousands of years ago. A forest here, hills there, valleys, and a breathtaking cliff.
Well, this place is beautiful. As you can see, that is Mount Longonot. A nice view, and you can see actually the escarpment, the valley down there, and we are not just the only ones who are enjoying this view. You can see these guys here have stopped here literally to have a nice view of the escarpment.
For some, this is where their bread is buttered.
Now you can have a look now. I do have a lot of money, souvenirs from all over the whole world. This is the state of Eritrea.
This one is Eritrea.
India. 5 pounds of.
5 pounds where? Central Egypt.
This is for Uganda.
This is 50,000.
Yeah, this is the Bank of Emirates.
UAE.
That is Egypt. This is Malaysia. You know, most of the dollars we change. Most of the dollars and pounds we change. Yeah.
Along the escarpment, a line of bitumen carves out of the rocky cliff. It is a road that links the Kenyan capital city and the Masai Mara, one of Kenya's wildlife sanctuaries. But here, the state of travel is always unpredictable. Drivers on this road are always pushed to the edge of intense competition. In many occasions, it turns tragic.
7 people were injured, 7 vehicles reduced to ashes.
7 people are receiving treatment at Kikuyu Mission Hospital.
Tens of drivers and their passengers spent 2 nights on the section of the road
After a gas tanker exploded at Mutarakwa along the Nairobi Mai Mahiu Road.
Nyingi sana hata hapa mahali tunakaa. Hata juzi kama wiki mbili ilikuwa imeanguka kingine tena hapo. Siku za break. Watu wenyewe kukienda barabara kitu kama hiyo.
Unafunga juu ya mteremko. Inaweza anguka ama juu. Eh.
It is 11 o'clock. One Sunday morning. This truck from Seven Stars takes a corner at Rironi Junction in the county of Kiambu, just a few kilometers from the capital city of Nairobi. It is where the 20-kilometer Mai stretch begins. The crew is transporting a huge metallic pipe to the neighboring Uganda. And they know they are about to join the most challenging part of the journey. Any slight mistake and the consequences could be dire. They hope bad news won't be coming out of the escarpment as they drive down towards Mahimayu town. In case of an accident or any vehicle developing mechanical problems along the stretch, their journey could be derailed by hours or even a day. Such occurrences are common here. At 6 o'clock in the evening, this Triton truck develops a mechanical problem. The driver is forced to stop in the middle of the lane.
Well, a few moments after this truck developed mechanical problems and chaos have started already along this escarpment. As you can see, a long lane of trucks is already developing. Remember, it's always a busy road.
This is bad news for other motorists. They know they will be on the road for longer hours now. Being a Sunday, a good number are rushing back to the city or towns they are based in. The economic value of this road cannot be overemphasized. It leads to one of Kenya's tourist destinations, the Masai Mara. It also links Kenya's capital city with Kisumu City and other counties like Bomet, Kericho, Kisii, Homa Bay, and many other places in the western region and the neighboring Uganda. With a narrow road, vehicles including heavy trucks have to move off-road to go past the faulty track. But for some, like this truck with a Tex container, it's a big no. Going off-road is like dancing with the devil himself. With this truck heavily loaded, the driver knows that any slight slip and he will fall right into the ditch. So he asks his co-driver to have his vehicles going up the escarpment to stop briefly and give him a chance to go past the stuck one. It's the only way he can do it safely. Moving a heavy and wide load like this one along the escarpment requires precision and, more importantly, patience. Very few places in Kenya have many sharp corners like here. In some areas, the truck is forced off the road. It's too narrow to accommodate both the wide load and trucks headed in the opposite direction. But as they move down the escarpment, it becomes tougher, and it's because of sharp and tight corners. We are now at the viewpoint. Here, despite the looming danger, motorists overtake and overlap dangerously. So sharp are corners here that it's totally impossible to see what is coming towards you. It is a fact many drivers ignore, and quite often it has led to tragic losses of lives.
Huogopi na hakuna kitu imewahi kutokea? Kwa mfano
huwa tunapata mambo mengi na mazito na wengine hata huwezi ukaelewa. Tuko kwa kona, tuko beside the road, lakini huwa tunaweka mtu Mungu mbele. Juu siku hizi accidents ziko kila pahali. Unaweza sema ati hutaenda hiyo kazi, utakutwa na lori, ukutwa na ndege kwa nyumba, ndege inaweza anguka ikiwa juu ikukute kwa nyumba.
While at the viewpoint, we capture instances that can be described as close calls. Now look at this car accelerating up the escarpment. It's a tight corner, and most probably the driver is completely unaware of what is coming ahead. He's in a blind spot, and so he can't also realize that there are two trucks that he must overtake before rejoining his lane. Of course, he can't see that, but he drives on. Our drone camera captures another car descending very fast. By the time he was going past the second truck, the descending car was in a touching distance. He's forced off-road, close to curio shops. We call it a close call. As we continue filming, this lorry and a 14-seater matatu belonging to Transline Classic are overtaking in a tight corner. By then, several trucks are descending. The lorry is suddenly forced off the road, almost hitting our cameraman. Another close call just within minutes.
Sana sana huwa hizi lori ni miguu huwa inang'oka. Sasa miguu iking'oka ndio saa nyingine huwa inakuja inapiga duka. Lakini kama mimi last year mwezi wa 10 nilikuta duka yangu ikiwa imelaliwa ikiwa huko chini na trailer.
Au kukua?
Si kukua. Yule mtu alikuwa tu ni watchman.
Nini ilikuja kwa akili yako? Kwa mfano mimi ningejiuliza what if ingefanyika mchana?
Ikifanyika
Ile kuja kwa
naye Mungu hawezi kubali ifanyike mchana juu. Mungu hawezi kubali ifanyike mchana juu sisi hata sisi vipo zake. Lakini sana huyo driver mwenye lori yeye ndiye alikosea. Juu miguu yake iling'oka ikabaki pale, akaja kaweka lori hapa na juu alikuwa na haraka aende achukue miguu yake isiibiwe na hao wengine. Hakuweka head brake. Sasa wakati alienda kuchukua miguu alikuta gari hakuna, nyumba hakuna, akashindwa kwani hapa kuna majini ama ni shetani wamebeba mpaka nyumba. Kuangalia huko chini akakuta lori iko nini? Iko huko chini.
So the crew moving the wide load is forced to temporarily stop. That is until the corner clears. It is where this police officer comes in. He must ensure this truck has sufficient space for maneuvering all the time it hits the road. Where necessary, he commandeers oncoming trucks to vacate the road.
Vipi bwana? Salama? Nakutoa kwa barabara. Kidogo tu.
Or he instructs the driver of the wide load to temporarily go off-road and stop to allow for the road to clear. In this corner is the greatest viewpoint of the escarpment, as George shows us.
Ukiangalia pande huu utaona Mount Suswa, kuna satellite. Hii kamlima kidogo inaitwa Mount Margaret. Na iliitwa Margaret juu mwenye hiyo shamba alikuwa anaitwa Margaret. Wakati alifariki alizikwa pale juu ya hiyo kamlima. Kale kamlima. Haya, na ile ni Longonot. Longonot ni active volcano hata saa hii. Lakini juu tunapata stima kutoka kwa geothermal ndio huwa unaona hiyo moto ilipunguka.
Unasema geothermal ya Olkaria.
Olkaria ya Olkaria. Alafu upande huo mwingine kuna Hell's Gate, where we have the best caves in Africa. Na ikiwa umeshaona movie ya Lion King ilishutiwa pale opposite next Mount Longonot. Then ukiangalia pande ile nyingine kuna zile milima zinaitwa Kenton. Maybe watu wengi wanajua Mount Kenya. Mount Kenya kwa upande huu imeanzia hapa. Kenton ukifika pale juu kidogo unaanza Aberdares. Unaingia Mount Kenya.
Unasema this is what we call the foot of Mount.
This is the foot of Mount Kenya. Then ukiteremka hapa ile town Mai Mahiu ni jina imechanganyikana Kimasai na Kikuyu. Maji moto, hot spring town. Juu sasa kuna pahali unaweza ingia pale Kijabi hata uwezi ukaoga na hiyo maji juu ni moto zaidi. Hiyo huwa inajulikana Mai Mahiu hot spring town.
George sells curios to foreign and domestic tourists and travelers who stop at the viewpoint to get the snippet of the beauty of the Kenyan Rift Valley.
Hii ni mapu ya Afrika. Na Kenya ndio padlock ya Afrika. Unafungua Kenya, alafu una slide mlango, unaweka tu vitu zako hapa ndani. Kufunga unaanzia hapo, alafu unafunga.
You created this yourself.
Nobody can know the secret. Hii ndio huwa inanifurahisha sana.
So you love this most?
That is the most I love most.
He has been here for over 20 years and he has seen it all.
Wakati kuna gari zinaenda polepole hizi malori zikiwa zimebeba mizigo, kuna hizi gari mingi 50% za mchanga huwa zinapelekwa vizuri sana. Lakini naye 50 ni kama mawazimu. Ile speed huwa anakuja naye ni baya zaidi. Personal cars, overlapping, ndio saa ingine huwa unaona accident inafanya nini, yani kumaanisha careless driving. Lakini naye barabara naye ni kidogo sana. Lori karibikia kwa barabara, watu wote hawa gari kidogo huwa wanang'ang'ania wapite waende. Sasa ikiwa gari kama ine, wakati hiyo itakuwa mzuri, already hamutapata nafasi ya kuenda. Juu wale walikuwa wanateremka wamefunga, wakupanda wamefunga.
Mai Mahiu is not just a land full of beauty. It is also a place of history, and especially when we are talking about Kenya's colonial era. Besides the road, there is also history here. This place here. Habari yako? Hapa ndio kanisa iko.
Hii ndio kanisa.
Nasikia ilianzishwa kitambo sana hii. Wewe unaitwa nani?
Mimi naitwa Hana Nyakio.
Hana Nyakio. Hapa ndio nyumbani kwako kimpango.
Kimpango hapa ndio nakujaga kazi.
Kila siku. Aha.
Nakujaga hapa kuosha, kufagia, kutengeneza compound.
Na unaenjoy kabisa.
Ninaenjoy kabisa. Hiyo iko kwa roho yangu. The smallest church in Africa.
In Africa?
Yeah. Built by prisoners of war. Hiyo steps tatu tumekanyanga. It is God the Father, Son and the Holy Spirit.
God the Father,
Son and the Holy Spirit.
And the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Aha, beautiful.
Yeah. So Italians who built here were colonized to build the road by British.
By British.
Yeah, about World War II. So Richard time, you know Italians are Romans, they are Catholics.
Yes.
That's why they built here. Remember they were captured in Somalia by British. Italians who built here, they were prisoners. And they were building this road from Mai Mahiu to Rironi. And that's why you see the road has so many corners. Because there were no machines. You know, Italians are Romans, they are Catholics, and British are Protestant. Remember they were captured in Somalia from 1939 to 1945. Yeah, so between the 7 years, when they were building the road, the short time they built the church.
Indeed, this road is yet to be redesigned since World War II. The pressure exerted on this infrastructure by the rising number of vehicles is too much for such a narrow road. Even those of us who are not engineers can quickly tell that this is one of the reasons why Mai Mahiu stretch is a danger zone to motorists. At around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the crew hit Mai Mahiu town. It is a safe ride along the unpredictable escarpment. They temporarily halt their journey to grab a meal. They still have a long way to go. This town is a common stopover for travelers. The most famous meal for travelers here is barbecue. Or roasted maize for those using public transport.
Mimi nimeona yani Mai Mahiu ikibadilika juu kama miaka 5 imepita, imegrow kwa haraka sana. Juu hakukuwa na mabuilding, reli imejengwa hapa hivi saa hizi. Hata naona hata watu wamekuwa wengi saa hizi. Makabila wamechanganyikana. Kitambo tulikuwa watu wachache sana. Ni Wakikuyu tu na Wamaasai. Nakumbuka tu last time kama 25 ilikuwa na vita na hapa hivi ya Wamaasai na Wakikuyu wakigombania maji. Lakini kwa sasa hadi maji iko. Nimeona tu watu wakibadilika.
Challenge gani kwa sana hapa Mai Mahiu? Challenge gani?
Vijana sana wengi hufanya kazi ya mchanga. Kama sisi tunaona tunafanya kazi ya mahindi.
My name is Enoch Sikolia, and this is the Kenyan Historian.